Alright, what's up, Sun Charmander? We're trying out a new format for this. We're going to try and have a lot more of the screen visible and not just work with my stream display. Could be going with this and having the VOD in this area where Vegito is, but we're going to try and just give a little bit more room. Not really much reason to use this space here, because I'm not going to be doing the stuff that I am obviously talking about here. We're just doing a VOD review. So, let's see how this feels out. This is a new Vegito Cord member who is asking for a little bit of advice, asking how to improve, and I'm going to give the standard rundown. So the way normally these things go is I will pause at the beginning and I will talk about the round start. I'll talk about how I want to approach it. I will talk about his options at round start and what risks you want to be interested in taking and not. Okay, so it looks like you're both backing off and calling assist, which is, in my opinion, a bit of a, not to be rude here, but the lower level kind of play, because there's not really an intention here. If you back off and you call an assist, you're afraid. You're telling me that you don't want to get smacked by someone doing a round start gambit. And it looks like he's doing the same thing because he's afraid. And he wants to cover, like, you chasing into him. Or something like that. The thing is, if you have good movement at the round start, you don't need to commit an assist. And an assist is an important resource. An assist is a mix-up. It's a block string reset. It is neutral to get you in. It is a defensive call if you're about to be blocking that you can then convert, especially when you have Vegito A. Let me see what you have, actually. You're running Vegito B. Gallic. Okay, so just a quick comment on Goku B. I think Goku B, like, this is Reynolds' team, and Reynolds isn't doing this in tournament because it's like crazy good or broken or like the way. He's doing it because he can get away with it, because his play style is to piss you off, and calling base Goku in neutral constantly is actually super powerful for getting them to force engage on you. And the way Reynolds does this is he does high intensity movement that is very low commit and is able to slow down neutral. When neutrals slow down, base Goku's allowed to be called here. So I actually will take back what I said originally. If you were going to call an assist, I would actually back off and call base Goku, taking a little bit of a page from a MMO book. If you have a rotation of cooldowns, you want to use the stuff that wants max uptime immediately so that it's up sooner. Base Goku is just there to give you a number of meter. So if you're doing that, calling it round start, if he gets hit, who the hell cares? His body is blocking anything. So I actually will revise what I said here. If you were to IED back and call base Goku, that would be incredibly safe. He would not be able to do much, especially if you just backdash even, because IED can be chased. If you were just backdash, call base Goku, Lariat would hit base Goku instead. And if Bardock like tried to combo off the base Goku, you could just 5L him. So that's enough on the theory side of things. I can talk about a little bit more about your assists, but we'll definitely have an opportunity to talk about it in a moment. Okay, so he just jumped back, super dash, called assist. He wants to string you into a beam, and then there's no threat. There's one mix-up coming, so just block and get ready to take your turn. If he starts to do what's it fucking called? What's the gut punch called? Tyrant Lancer. There we go. If he starts to do Tyrant Lancer, contest his attempt to get plus frames. Otherwise, just block this easy mix. So just block. Okay. Looks pretty scrambled here. Okay, calling the assist here is fine if you get a slide, but calling it, what was the point? Like, I want to encourage you to call your assist with intent, and what is the point of the assist here? You have level 3, you have a safe jump, and a safe jump is meaty. So, why are you calling an assist? Is my question. It doesn't really do anything, and a C assist is such a huge cooldown to use for nothing. Yeah, he got hit because he was mashing on Wake Up. You can tell. He's mashing. He's just doing stuff. He fucked up a spark button, it looked like. Let's see, what is he doing? He's mashing Vanish. He's trying to up-tech on a hard knockdown. Hard knockdown timing is fixed. And he's chicken blocking, so he's getting hit meaty. He's trying to spark, he's just mashing. This is not spark. He's hitting assists too, like he's just mashing his whole stick, or his whole control, whatever. He's just mad that he's blocking. So, now that you have a lead, Vegito's best strength here is going to be resetting his strings at a very long range. If you want to make them bite immediately, 2L5S will space you pretty much ideally. You might have to walk backwards slightly for Broly's reach, but if you can just get them to be afraid of pressing a button, you can just condition them to be more and more impatient as you continuously apply reset pressure with Vegito, and they'll bite on something dumb, and you can just continue to just play with them. Round start, he's taking another risk. This is just dumb on his part. He like, you could just jump back super dash here, and you get a pretty easy combo. And again, he's just super dashing at you. This guy doesn't have a game plan. That was decent. That was fair. You didn't really need the Gogeta assist there, but I can understand why you went to security to avoid, bullshit. Okay, that's actually interesting. You see what happened there? When you called base Goku just for the meter gen, you stole a corner. And then you backdashed. So, you could steal the corner for some, cheeky mix, but it's important to know when you're doing that. What you would want to do this kind of setup for is not when you yourself want to be in the corner. So say if you super jumped in this combo, you could float back, or better yet, just IED, and he's going to have a gap behind him. So when you IED and you cross him up to just be same side, keep the corner, now he has a space behind him, and you can threaten a cross up as part of your mix. So that really can be good, and I do like the base Goku call here, potentially for tech, because it's not a resource that could be pressure, so you're not wasting it, and you want to be calling it basically on cooldown. There is no cost to calling this assist on cooldown. But instead you just backdash 5L here, which, again, you're not looking to see what he does, you're just kind of hoping he runs into something. Pressed after super dash. It's not his turn. Alright, just save jump here. That's an interesting option. You could have just medium him. Okay, that was actually pretty solid. I do want to commend you on that. So, you smartly reflected him. Let's see, when was this? Okay, you saw him coming in. Fun note, I know you were reacting to him flying at you and just doing something. You saw his body thrusting into a motion. But with Goku's nerves, this is actually pretty on reaction. Instead of Reflector, you could have 2L'd, jumped over the 2M, got a frickin' unscaled starter, and then you could have gone into some like very serious damage with the comp you have. Potentially, let's see, you would have gained about gone to 2 bars. You could have, yeah, you could have 2L sparked and killed him actually, because you could have gone into like EX legs and a Spirit Bomb. There's definitely a route here, but I'm not trying to suggest like TODs right now. That's kind of silly. But it is worth noting that you can react with 2L if someone's only low is a 2M and they're running at you. There is obviously some things that are going to lose, like if they punch or Ki Blast, just they can stuff the 2L. But Vegito has that option, and it's quite good. So this was smart that you reflect and you called an assist when he's trying to pressure you. Blocking while... Did you 2H here? Yeah, you should just let your assist do the work. Because if he gets hit, it's a free conversion. You just 2M. It's really, really easy. And if he blocks it, that's enough block stun to do a mix-up and start your pressure. You could have died there. If he had actually followed up, you were dead. This is wrong. I don't care that it hit. This calling Goku, that's fine. I call Goku on cooldown. I'm not gonna give you shit for that. But look how close you are. 2Hing in this situation is never correct, even if it hits. It's like, oh, how is it not correct if it hits? It's like, because it's not gonna work and it's building a bad habit in the long term. He can jab you out of 2H. He could grab you, and 2H could fuck up. There's way too much that he can threat. He can 2M you out of 2H. Arguably. If he strings into it. But he jabs here. Like, the only time you want 2H is if you're reacting to an IAD. In this situation. Never contest with 2H. I would feel uncomfortable contesting with 5L, let alone 2H. In this situation, just block. Just block, don't take a risk. You're at advantage. He has to do something risky to come back. So just block, call your assist, and then what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? What are you afraid of? Are you afraid of anything? He has to take a risk. Now it's worth noting that there's a really good combo here I could suggest, but I'm not going to bother because I'm not going to fixate on advanced tech. Just focus on meaty. Work on meaty timings. Have the bot, wake up the button, up tech button. Again, that's just scramble you. It's just, that was very chaos when you had him controlled the corner. Did you just press the button and spark him? Oh, he tried to combo 5L into 2M. Yikes. That doesn't work, Goku. You have to auto combo a few steps in first. And I'm very much surprised that you were mashing. But hey, it worked out.
According to Merriam-Webster,
Sorry, my phone picked up what I said. Okay. That was a bit of chaos. But what I can really suggest is that you work on your meaty timing. Let's see, there should be... So right here he should have lost the game. Because you can pretty much safe jump him, cover both his options like that. You want to work on your meaty time and clean it up more. Like I said, go into training mode and just do your basic B and B. Doesn't matter, you can do 2H from the corner, who cares? And then I want you to set the bot to random tech and mash. And I need you to beat him every single time. That'll get you to work on your meaty timing so that you can consistently know what you want to convert, because you got the 5A, you got the JH, and you try to convert with 5L, which is not the routing in that particular case. You should recognize that because you got the hit with JH, you should JS, or you should do 2 through 6M, or something along those lines. There are extensions, there are things you could do, but recognize when you have the hit and what you need to convert into your combo. In that particular case, a really easy thing would have just been JS, Super Dash, Light, 2H, Light, JS, 2 through 6L into Gogeta Assist, which was just coming up, and then you could just 2 and 4, and then that built a good amount of bar, and you probably would have killed. 100% probably would have killed there. Because you would have got Sword Super into Gogeta level 3, and then it's over, he's cooked, it's done. If you had 5 bars, you could have done Gogeta DHC into Spirit Bomb or something like that. So it's important to be aware of your options and be consciously thinking, if I get this hit, what am I going to follow up with? You're not just throwing out I hope this JL or JH hits, I hope this 2 through 6L hits, I hope this Banshee Blast hits. Always move and toss out buttons with intention of your next 2 follow-ups. If that's too hard, just your next 1 follow-up. That will get you in the mentality of how to make your game play flow, and it will enhance your consistency, and they won't get out of the corner a lot more often. Vegeto's very good at trapping someone in the corner, as he has the buttons and options to just cover every defensive option they try to have, and the more they squirm in the corner, the easier they hang themselves to die. And with your team, you could TOD off a 2L or a 2M, a 5H, something like that really easily. So that's my general thoughts. I hope this helps you improve. If you have any comments or questions, you know I'm always available. And for those of you who are just watching this as content, hit me up with VODs you have. I love reviewing this stuff. It keeps my mind sharp. I like helping out, and it's fun. Alright, that's it. Sun Charmander out.